Hi friends, so in this lecture, let's learn about some DevOps terminologies which is mostly asked while having an interview or if you are going to become a DevOps engineer, you should be aware of this term. So we have some terms in there. Let's discuss about them. So first one is A/B testing. So basically you can see in here also A/B means it's comparing, right? So it's a testing technique that compares user behavior and metrics to different feature variant to evaluate which version is performing better. Okay, so basically this testing is for comparison. Okay, next one is acceptable testing, also called UAT. You might have heard about it. So it determines if a system meets business requirement, user needs, and authorized entity benchmark. Okay, so acceptance testing is repeated whenever there is new application development. Okay, next one is agile. So this one is important term. So it helps manage complex operation, and basically we can also say that it's an approach that focuses on customer feedback, collaboration, and rapid and small releases. Okay, so everything will be released in small sprints. Next one is application release orchestration. So we have already discussed this orchestration. So DevOps team leverage application release orchestration tool to manage application release processes. These tools provide a complete view and of the application release pipeline. Okay. Next one is behavior driven development. Okay, BDD. So it can help stabilize a standardized communication between development team and project owner. Okay, so proper implementation of BDD can prevent misunderstanding and social frictions. Next one is black box testing. So a test this is a testing technique that emphasizes on functionality of an application under test AUT without considering implementation details, the internal structure of code or the internal software path. Let's move ahead. Next one is blueprint. So DevOps blueprint incorporates CCM, continuous change management, CT, continuous test, CI, continuous integration, and CD, continuous delivery capabilities with the automation of every operation needed for fast-paced production development. Okay. Next one is build artifact repository. So the build artifact repository manages the entire artifact lifecycle, providing support to various software management system while ensuring consistent to CI/CD or CD workflow. Okay. Here CI/CD we know, CT means continuous test. Next one is build automation. We have discussed about this in a separate lecture. So basically it involves processing of automating software code retrieval from a repository, building it, testing it. Okay. Next one is canary release. So this one is also frequently asked questions. So basically it's a technique used to lower the risk of introducing new version of software in development by rolling out a small change to user subset before rolling the entire software out to the infrastructure. So what it will do, if there are new version of a software, it will first release to a set of a user, and once it is approved or once it is receive a good feedback, it will then release to the whole infrastructure. Okay, that's called a canary release. Next one is configuration drift. So a phenomenon where hardware and software configuration tends to drift over time, becoming inconsistent because of manual updates, general entropy, and ad hoc changes. Okay, ad hoc means cloud changes, kind of. Next one, configuration management. So we have also discussed about it in our separate lecture. So a process that ensures the maintenance and consistent functional abilities of servers, computer system, and software. Okay. And next one is container. We have also discussed about it. So a container refers to a software unit that package code and other dependencies to make an application run reliably and quickly across different computer environment. Okay. Continuous delivery, we have also discussed about it. So it's an ongoing DevOps practice of testing, building, and delivering user environment and software code improvement using automated tools. Okay. So, and what is the difference between delivery and deployment? Deployment is automated process, means while deploying the software, it's auto approved, but the delivery there is a manual intervention is required. Okay. Continuous integration, so a software development methodologies where developer merges code changes regularly into a single repository, following which automated tests are and builds are run. Okay. Next one is dark launch, the launching process of production ready functionalities to user subset prior to full launching. Okay. This decouples releases from deployment, enabling DevOps team to get user feedback, perform bug test, and access infrastructure performance. So kind of canary release. Okay. Next one is DevOps intelligence. So basically, it correlates and analyzes data from every tool in the software delivery process, offering actionable insights for faster, better, and customer-focused delivery. DevSecOps, we have also discussed this, short for development, security, and operation. DevSecOps make all stakeholders accountable for ensuring security with the objective of deploying security policies at the same speed and scale as operations and development decisions. Okay. Next one is everything as code term. So the concept behind this term is that security operation infrastructure and compliance monitoring are treated as an application code so that everything follows the same development practices. Next one is feedback loop. So we have also discussed it while discussing CI/CD. So it's a relationship between the entities where changes in an entity causes changes in another entity, which eventually leads to change in the first entity. Okay, and then it will start the loops again. Now, functional testing, a series of processes to ensure that all software components are functioning properly. Okay, so functional testing gives priority to interface testing to check whether user requirements are being met correctly or not. So these can be limited to any specific functions also. Okay, they don't need to be run on a specific application or the whole application. Next one is hybrid cloud. So basically you are combining here both private and public cloud. So you can go through the definition. Next one is infrastructure as a service. So basically, if you deploy any VM on a cloud, you are using infrastructure as a service by the cloud provider. Okay. So basically, you will lease or take a rent for server for storage. So you are managing every aspect from OS level and the top, and the all the backend level is managing by your cloud provider. Okay. Next one is infrastructure as a code. We have discussed it. So basically it applies to infrastructure management, including connection topology, load balancing, virtual machine, and a network. Okay, so you can deploy many set of cloud technologies at the same time by using orchestration and by using playbook tools by Ansible. Okay. Next one is Jenkins. We have discussed about this tool. It's a CI tool. So it's an open source tool for automation. Jenkins scripted in Java and includes variety of plugins for CI. Okay. Next one is Kubernetes. We have also discussed it. It's an containerization orchestration tool developed by Google, and Kubernetes makes managing and deployment distributed system easier for Linux developers. Next one is microservices. We have just discussed it in our previous lecture. So it categorizes the architectural model of developing distributed application from discretely deployable services that carry out specific functions. Okay. Next one is non-functional requirements. So basically they specify system attributes including usability, scalability, maintainability, performance, security, and reliability. Okay. Next one is platform as a service. So suppose if you are using a database via any cloud provider, you are using platform as a service. Okay. So it's a cloud computing category that offers a platform to developer, allowing them to build, manage, and run application. Okay. Now the level till OS and below means the infrastructure and all. So they that is managed by your cloud provider, and all above other than OS level, and inside that you are managing that. Okay, so that's called platform as a service. Product owner, so it's a crucial leadership role which is responsible for managing the complete product life cycle from beginning to the end. Next one is regression testing. It's also one of the frequently asked questions. So testing that reviews issue introduced by fresh updates and addition to the code database. Okay. Regression testing is done to identify new bugs caused by updates. Next one is release management. So it's about controlling, planning, and scheduling the development and delivery of a software. Now, what is software chain of custody? So, in software development, the chain of custody refers to having full knowledge and understanding of the release status at any point in time. Next one is TDD, test driven development. So, it's a process in software development that uses a short feedback loop where developers create tests that fail immediately and then they write the code to quickly pass the test. Next one is tool chain. So it's a combination of DevOps tool that help in development, management, and delivery of application across the entire development lifecycle. Next one is unit testing. So it's about testing a single functionality pieces in isolation. Value stream mapping is a visual representation that uses key metrics to measure and evaluate success. It helps developers improve continuously. Next one is virtualization. We have seen that the virtualization and containerization, right? So basically, it allows DevOps team to test, develop, and run application on a live and virtual environment. Okay, this facilitates development alongside testing in real time. Waterfall, a linear approach or a traditional approach in software development. Okay, and the next phase cannot start until the previous phase is over. So it was a traditional method. We might have also heard about it. Next one is white box testing, also called glass box testing. So it basically tests the internal design structure and component of a software. Next one is zero tolerance. So in zero tolerance for a service interruption of a failure. So interruption or failure of any kind can have a devastating impact on an organization. That is why there has to be a zero tolerance approach to the distribution. Okay, there are various practices following within this practice. Okay, I'm hoping that it will help you for mastering your DevOps interview. Okay, so now we have reached at the end of the course, and thank you all for joining me. And this course will be very helpful for setting up your journey in DevOps. Okay, so if you like my lectures and if you like my sharing, please go and subscribe my channel and also like and share it with your friends who want to start their journey with DevOps. Okay, so I'm hoping we are clear with all the aspect of DevOps and you are ready to gear into the DevOps world. Okay, so let's meet in the next lecture with next lecture of the series. Till then, take care everyone.